So, hey guys, new ban list just dropped, and we're going to be taking a quick look. So, we're putting Bonfire to 1, which got me like, sure. But what does Bonfire search again? Aside from literally Poplar, um, hmm. Yep, really nothing coming to mind, honestly. Like, you could technically search through Dea, right? But you already have so many stars, you're not running Bonfire in Centurion for the most part anyway, so it's like, yeah, okay, sure, whatever. Okay, just Snake Eye hit mostly. Actually, wait. Doesn't this hit, like, I don't think there are any Ashen players, but I just remember that deck existed. So, I mean, yeah, that affects you a little bit. Went from 2 to 1 Bonfire. Was that deck even consistent? Do people even play that deck? Okay, whatever. And then we have Original Sinful as well as Snake Eye. You're telling me people were playing more than one? Well, I mean, either way, I'm not too upset about this because I get the UI refund on both, so that's something. I don't remember if I have copies of Original Simple Spoil Snake Eye. I do know I definitely have Bonfire though, so that's something. But next, Maiden of White to 2. Consistency hit. Okay. Sage with Eyes of Blue is a bigger consistency hit, but like, alright, I guess. They just want to tone down Blue Eyes a little bit in the sense that, you know, way too many people are playing Blue Eyes. If we're thinking about it in terms of popularity, it's kind of like gotten a little out of hand in that regard. I don't think the deck's like that good. You could just leave it unhit, for example. But I guess they really want people to be playing newer decks, I guess, like as in the ones they're probably going to release sometime after this ban list. That's about what I expect. But okay, Random Fusion, the 2. I mean, they've been casually like unhitting branded, like slowly. We have a Luber back to 3. We have branded opening, I believe, also back to 3. Now we're putting brand fusion to 2. So this must, in my head, it's either that they just want people playing branded again, or some kind of deck that really meshes well with branded is going to be released kind of soon-ish, and they're slowly unhitting branded. I mean, yeah, that's the impression I'm getting here. And then we're unhitting more sprite cards, like Nimble Beaver. You know, as a starter, this wasn't even that good. Nimble Beaver was kind of just whatever. You know the live twin cards exist, right? Just go put that out there. I mean, Nimble Beaver is less of a well, more of a wait, less of a brick than Nimble Mamanga. So that was something. Whenever you want to do the sprint combo to send like Nimble Angler, that was a thing, I guess. Nadir Servant back to 3. You know, honestly, the card here being put back to 3, I don't really like Nadir Servant back to 3 that much, because Nadir Servant was problematic for, well, I believe this was really annoying when you were playing against Labyrinth, because they could do send Kick Kellos to randomly mill rollback and some other stuff, like some of their big welcomes, some of their normal welcomes that reset themselves the furniture, which will reset themselves to give you like the welcomes. And then, yeah, it's kind of just annoying in general. And also, this can board break because why not? Just why not? Sure. And then we have Sprite Jet back to 3, and then Sprite Blue to 3 as well. So I'm thinking about it, and I genuinely don't know what Sprite was doing for the like past forever ago. No idea why Sprite was still hit for like so long. Like, if you think about it, whenever if I recall correctly, whenever Tier Limit was at its peak in Master Duel, Sprite was already somewhat hit. As crazy as that sounds, you know. If you think about how like Tier kind of destroyed like ladder and also like the Duelist Cup because it was just stupid high representation, all you would find is basically Tier Limit. stun, and then like some sort of shifter deck. Those are like the three types of decks you would find. And you know what? People would play Sprite with shifter, so Sprite is kind of in that category as well. But you know, Sprite Peer doesn't even really compete with that, which is crazy that it wasn't hit like later. So you know, it would have more of a fighting chance against Tier, for example. That's kind of how I feel. And I feel like eventually these cards will be put back to 3 because, you know, Blue Eyes genuinely don't think it's like that great of a deck. Like, you could say in general it might be kind of a good deck, right? But definitely not like one of the best decks, in my opinion. Like, Yubel is pretty disgusting in comparison to what like Blue Eyes does, in my opinion. Still, what did they even hit for Yubel? Like nothing. Still, people just decide not to play it, I guess, for the most part. That where people just suck at deck building and they got carried away with Fiend's stuff that you don't really need because you have so many like starters just in general for Yubel. But all right. I mean, I genuinely haven't seen Snake Eye in so long. I just until I saw these two cards, I was thinking, oh yeah, Snake Eye's in this game. That's a deck. That's about all I felt from this. Not really feeling much. And then in terms of these cards, yeah, this genuinely doesn't really affect me, so I wouldn't really care. And also, Maiden of White and Sage of Eyes of Blue is like a pretty decent consistency hit actually, because we're hitting overall like 2 cards. Still allowing Wishes to remain at 3, but Wishes has the most downside out of your like more or less, I guess, 3 main Blue Eye starters. So this is surprisingly a big hit, actually. Like in terms of what they could have done, this is pretty painful, I guess, to an extent. And then with all of the unlimits here, this is the only kind of questionable one. We'll see how that goes though. So yeah, that's all I got for you guys today, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye.